Hi guys, Aaron Dorr here with the Missouri Firearms Coalition. With the August 2nd primary just about here, we're being asked more and more recently about House District 119. And you're asking us, who is the pro-gun candidate in this race? We're talking about this area of Franklin County, the central part of the county, and then off against the eastern edge of Franklin County. The seat's currently occupied by Representative Nate Tate, who was leaving this seat and is engaged currently in a run for the state Senate. And so we have this open seat primary featuring Brad Banderman and Marty Marlar. There is a third candidate in this race, to be fair, Brian Picard. As far as we can tell, Mr. Picard has stopped actively campaigning. He has basically zero online presence. And again, as far as we can determine, he's not actively involved in this campaign anymore. So we're going to focus on Brad Banderman and Marty Marlar. And the question that you're asking us is not just who is pro-gun. You're asking us, who can we trust? Because in an era when Roy Blunt can tell everybody here in Missouri how pro-gun he is, and then just last month in Washington, D.C., vote yes on a massive gun control bill alongside of Chuck Schumer and Dianne Feinstein, it's obvious that politicians lie, especially when they're involved in a campaign, and especially in a Republican Party primary when it comes to gun rights. Everyone likes to raise their hand and say, I'm pro-gun. How do you know who you can trust? We're going to answer that, folks, in tonight's video. The way the Missouri Firearms Coalition analyzes these races is by combining the results of our candidate survey program, a candidate's actions or votes if they have been in office before, and their online statements or forum statements when it comes to gun rights. The candidate survey is really important in a race like this when neither of these two guys have been in elected office before. The purpose of our survey is pretty simple. We want to get the candidates on the record for or against our gun rights. We ask them the same 10 questions. They're very simple. How would you vote on this? How would you vote on that? The idea here is to get an idea of their views and also to lock them into their positions. We don't want to have someone call us on the phone and say, I'm pro-gun. We don't care if they say I'm pro-gun at a candidate forum. Like we said, talk is cheap. We want their views in writing on a survey so we can give them to you guys, and you guys can hold them accountable if they ever violate that promise. So in this case, we've got great news to report and we got bad news to report. One candidate surveyed 100% with the Missouri Firearms Coalition. One candidate is giving the virtual middle finger to gun owners in this district. Marty Marlar surveyed 100% pro-gun. Brad Banderman is refusing to fill out his candidate survey. I got to be honest, I almost have more respect for anti-gun Democrats who put a great big no on their survey. At least they have the honesty and the integrity of their position. But when we see Republicans sit there and try to tell people how they're pro-gun, but they won't answer a simple 10-question survey, that's a big insult to gun owners. Oftentimes that means if elected, they're going to go and join the rhino herd in Jeff City and attack our gun rights behind closed doors. So again, Marty Marlar has surveyed 100%. Brad Banderman will not answer. That means that Marty Marlar is 100% opposed to red flag gun seizures. I mentioned the bill that Roy Blunt voted for last month in D.C. What that does is appropriate almost $1 billion in federal money to give to red states that pass red flag gun seizures. There will be an attempt to pass red flags here in Missouri next session. All the rhinos in Jeff City want that free money, right? Marty Marlar has said on the record he's 100% opposed to red flag gun seizures. Brian Banderman refuses to answer the question. The second hottest topic in gun politics in Missouri right now is the Second Amendment Preservation Act, or SAPA. It's law here in Missouri. It was a major fight in 2021. We got that done. And now the DOJ, the White House, Merrick Garland, they're all trying to repeal it in court. And we're fighting that fight right now. At the same time, Republican rhinos in Jeff City are trying to repeal it through legislation. They're not going to repeal the entire thing, just the important parts, the guts of Missouri's SAPA law. Marty Marlar is on the record saying he will defend Missouri's SAPA law. That is, he'll vote no on any attempt to weaken it or to repeal it in its entirety. Brad Banderman will not tell us how he'll vote on any attempt to overturn SAPA law here in Missouri. Why not? It's a simple question. He won't answer it. Number 3, gun registration. This is a growing hot topic at the state and federal level. Of course, Nancy Pelosi and Chuck Schumer and Joe Biden want to have a national registry of gun owners. But anti-gun legislators right here in Missouri want the same thing at the state level. And unfortunately, more Republicans are becoming open to this idea. Not Marty Marlar. He is on the record 100% opposing any form of gun registration here in Missouri. We all know what happens once the government, state or federal, has a list of gun owners, and it's never a good thing. But unfortunately, Brad Banderman refuses to fill out the candidate survey. So we simply do not know if he'll vote for that or not. He sure as heck won't deny it. AR-15 bans. This is all the rage right now. Ban the AR-15. Ban any similar firearms to the AR-15. Marty Marlar, again, 100% opposed to any attempt to ban AR-15s or similar firearms here in Missouri. Brad Banderman will not answer the question. The same thing applies when it comes to magazine bans, when it comes to repealing gun-free zones, when it comes to expanding stand your ground law. Every question we asked Marty Marlar, he gave an unequivocal, very quick, very passionate pro-gun response. All these questions, Brad Banderman simply refused to answer. So guys, we'll never tell you who to vote for here at the Missouri Firearms Coalition. Our job is to give you guys the information that you're asking for. You guys can then use that information to make your own best decision. But in this race, when it comes to your gun rights, there is a clear distinction between Marty Marlar and Brad Banderman. So if you see Marty between now and Election Day, be sure and thank him for his pro-gun response, his 100% pro-gun survey, and for having the courage to stand up and say, this is what I believe, this is how I'll vote when it comes to gun rights. Thank him for that. And if you see Brad Banderman, tell him, look, dude, talk is cheap. Talk is cheap. And simply raising your hand and saying, I'm pro-gun, when we ask you the question, or at a candidate forum or on social media, that doesn't cut it. Marty Marlar put his views in writing. He's on the line, what he believes, no ifs, ands, or buts. Why won't you sign the Missouri Firearms Coalition candidate questionnaire? Folks, that's our report for you in this district. Do us a favor, share it with everybody that you know cares about freedom and the Second Amendment in this race between now and Election Day. And finally, guys, join our fight today at www.joinmofc.com.